Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tenek127 and welcome to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. Today we are playing a little bit of Domination on Frost on the Infinite Warfare beta on the PlayStation 4, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my first impressions of the game, what I think about it, how it feels, is a good game or not to my opinion. This is after spending roughly, I'm going to say 3 or 4 hours, playing the game, just a first impressions, not really a review kind of thing. I'll be releasing another video after these 2 beta weekends to give you guys my final thoughts and, comments about the game and stuff like that. But this is just an initial first impressions and everything like that. So the first thing, I obviously want to get out of the way is, the beta good? Does it feel like Call of Duty? What kind of game does it feel like? How's the movement? All that good stuff. We're going to break all that simple stuff, down one at a time. And do I think the beta is good? Yes, I really enjoyed the beta. I really do love playing this game. I had a fun time, even though I spent a lot of this time getting destroyed in this in this beta. Like, I had actually a really difficult time being successful in game. However, I did have a lot of fun playing this game. I do think it's a great Call of Duty title so far, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to playing the beta more and more after I've finished this video up and all that good stuff. So the first thing and most important thing I want to talk about in this game that probably most people are concerned about is the movement. Now, I've heard all kinds of different things. It feels like Black Ops 3. Is it it's like Modern Warfare 2 and with Black Ops 3 movement. It's like Ghost with Black Ops 3 movement. It's a carbon copy of Black Ops 3 just with Infinity Ward's gameplay. Well, I'm going to say one thing to start off with. It definitely feels like an Infinity Ward game. Like, I do feel like I'm playing Modern Warfare or Ghost. It has like Infinity Ward's hit detection, movement style, and stuff like that. It definitely feels like a Modern Warfare-ish, Call of Duty Ghost-ish, game. I'm not saying, it feels like Modern Warfare 2 or COD 4 or anything like that, but you can definitely tell you're playing an Infinity Ward title when you play this game. Now, does it feel like Black Ops 3, Ghost, or, any Call of Duties combined? Here's where you guys are going to think this is very strange, and I'm going to tell y'all what they did with this movement system, because I see exactly what's going on here. They actually have a really creative formula, and I'm going to give you guys my honest opinion about that formula and what I think it's going to do for the game and stuff like that in the long run. But let's talk about it. The game doesn't really feel like Ghost, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare, Black Ops 3, or anything like that. It actually kind of feels like its own game. If I had to pick a game to relate it to, though, it would be either Modern Warfare 3 or COD Ghost, if I had to pick a game to relate it to. Definitely doesn't feel like Modern Warfare 2 or COD 4. Now, here's where I'm going to get into it. It feels like one of those titles with really heavy characters. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. They say, they toned down the movement system again from Black Ops 3. That is true in a sense. The movement system, you can't really do too much to that movement system. The things are definitely slower. Like, the boost jump is even less. I will say that. The wall running is still the same. You slide less of a distance, but that's not really the solid change here. What makes this game feel different? I'm going to tell you what makes this game feel different, and you can tell it with the weapons, the movement of the characters and stuff like that. They made the characters feel real heavy and slower. Now, it still has that fast-paced Infinity Ward feel, but this game is a lot slower paced than Black Ops 3. Now, the thing is, right, the Black Ops 3 movement is still there, but the thing is, they made heavier characters, and the map designs are emphasized more on boots on the ground gameplay. Like, you guys will notice in every map in this game, and I've noticed this by the 3 maps that we've played here, they're all based on 3-lane corridor tight-spaced styles. Like, even this large map right here, Frost. Like, you'll notice, it's 3 lanes, it's a bigger map, but there's so much, clutter and different stuff between the lanes that, boost jumping isn't really an effective way to go about combat in these maps. Like there's wall running and stuff there, for flank advantages and stuff like that. Different spots to wall run and things, but they really only serve as flank advantages. Like if you play this map and you jump all over it, trying to to trick shot people and stuff like that. Besides, if you're pro and just really good at that thing, you're gonna look like an idiot. You're gonna get shot up and stuff like that. I noticed that every time I boost jumped personally, trying to get the edge on somebody, I was shot out of midair immediately because like there's so many obstacles. There's so much clutter, and the thing is like they use a little bit of that cluttery style from Ghost, and it's actually a creative thing to do because it teaches people to play in a more tactical sense. Now, I'm not saying the game's tactical or anything like that, but this is definitely more ground based than either the past two future shooters I've seen. Now, this is just first impressions from the beta. Now, that's not saying 6 months down the road, like with Black Ops 3, people will learn how to abuse this new movement and become crazy leapfrogs in these maps anyway. Like I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's a possibility that will happen. There's a high possibility that will happen because they thought it wouldn't with Black Ops 3. But the thing is, these maps are so they're 3-lane designs, good but they're so cluttered and campy. There's so much obstacles. So much stuff to work around. I can't see how the crazy leaping around style is going to work for you in this game. Like the game is built more for a boots on the ground style player. Like don't get me wrong, there's things you can get up on, but it's big obvious stuff, like a dumpster in the middle of the lane or something like that that you can jump onto. You leap up there, you double jump, you're exposed to the planet. If you want to stand up there and shoot like an idiot, that's unless you're going to pop everyone in front of you and behind you standing standing out in the wide open, then that's not really going to help you. You guys really have to experience for yourself. I personally think this game is built to support more on the boots of the ground gameplay, but like I said, that is subject to change, depending how the rest of the game's maps are and stuff like that. Like I said, I can't really go off too much because this is just by what I'm seeing, what I've played and stuff like that, and what they're giving us. Now the weapons and all that stuff, I actually like a lot of weapons here. I do feel in this game the only thing that makes me nervous is I like the fact that I'm seeing classic weapons, but I definitely feel like basic bullet firing weapons are a bit on the low end side, and the energy weapons got powerful. Like the straight up, the LMG called the Raw is probably the most powerful gun right here in the beta right now, at least that I've seen. I'm like level 8 or 9, so that's probably the best gun I've used. But honestly, I see the energy weapons having a lot more of an effect in this game than I see the basic bullet weapons. That's just my personal opinion right now. The NV4 is definitely a good balanced weapon, a pretty good one. A lot of bullet weapons in here are good, but it just makes me nervous that the classic weapons might be brought into this game but come out underpowered. And that kind of scares me a little bit. I don't want to bring an UMP45 and an intervention in here and it compare nothing to these weapons. Like I want to be able to punish people in this game with those weapons the way I punished them in Modern Warfare 2, and that kind of concerns me. Another thing that honestly surprised me in this game is I feel that that some of the explosives aren't really as powerful as they should be. Like Infinity Ward's known for making like crazy noob tubing, hardcore grenades and stuff like that. And I feel like my grenades, people could take a decent amount of damage of that, before they die. Especially for a grenade that like sets the ground on fire and stuff like that. The weapon is so impactful to the environment, but it's not to the enemy. And that, that's a bit of a concern for me. Now the rig abilities, the payloads and stuff like that, or specialist abilities, whatever you call them, they're on point. I'm not gonna lie, they feel overpowered, but guess what? They're a payload, aka specialist ability. They should be. And the fact that you can switch rigs and and stuff like that anytime between matches is awesome. And I believe and I do like how the rigs have a little bit more customization than the specialist did in Black Ops 3. It actually makes you feel like your character is yours. So kudos to Infinity Ward for coming through on that. The rigs, definitely have more options with customization and things, and the weapon crafting, the supply drop system, all that stuff. There's a lot of customization in here, and I definitely do, appreciate that. Like the rigs are built more towards a play style than a character, and I appreciate that. Like when you were using the specialist in Black Ops 3, you felt like you were just picking a character and dolling them up. And here, you're picking a suit and making that suit look and be how you want it to be. You can take any rig and play it, in all kinds of different ways. And I think that's a really cool thing. Like in Black Ops 3, when you had the specialist, they were built for specific tasks and stuff like that. Like Nomad was the more sniper campy-ish kind of guy, but I can take a Phantom in here, and build him into a tactician if I want to and stuff like that. I am really loving, the depth of customization in this game. I definitely think, it's a good title, and it's a step in the right direction for this future thing. The only things that really concerned me with it was one of the maps, with the floating bodies and stuff like that. I feel like that's a distraction to players, with the floating bodies in there. Me personally, I got fooled a lot of times and started shooting at floating bodies, and I think that needs to be toned down just a bit. But anyway, guys, if this video helped you and you guys enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave comments. But anyway, I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tnek127, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.
Nice work. Well done.
Let me get it light.